This is John Sutter, as you can see here. I'm here today to update Howard, Robin, and the gang on how my life is going. When I was last on the show, December of 2009, I came on with my lovely The Girlfriend Experience escort. Well, unfortunately, I'm no longer seeing her. I'm soon going to go in there and discuss that with her.
So, John, things aren't going too well for you?
No. I'm living at home with my parents. I can't get any women. Let's pay for it. I have no friends, you know. Nothing. Just depressed as well. You know, as a great Chinese philosopher once mused, life is like the wind.
We have such a busy one.
Yeah.
All right, here's John the Stutter. He wants to give us an update on his life. The last time we saw him, it was pathetic and miserable.
Yeah, it made us very sad. Why are we doing this again?
Yeah. Let's be prepared to get sad. Do you think you have the saddest life ever? Or does Jeff the Drunk have a sadder life than you?
Well, I'm not one who particularly whines.
Well, thank you for this interview.
Well, no. When I come on this show, obviously, I highlight my
the bad stuff.
Life. But
are you happy?
No, of course not. I haven't been happy since I was a kid, and even
did you stutter as a kid?
Yeah,
Did you have friends?
It's way too messed up.
Well, I had friends.
I love firing questions.
Yeah.
And you never get one answer. Are you willing to wait for the answers? I don't care.
I wanted to know 3 questions.
I just want one. Can you just answer one word? Did you have friends? Don't go into all yes or no.
Well, now I don't. I haven't had friends for years.
Right. But when you were a kid, did you have friends?
I had a few friends.
Right. Was your stutter as pronounced as it is now when you were young?
It has gotten
progressively worse.
Progressively worse.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm finishing your sentences. I know that's rude to do to a stutterer, but I do have a right.
But he does recall a time that he was happy.
Yes, he does.
Probably but that was before I reached puberty, and I recognized my attraction to girls and women, and I realized how ugly I was, and I realized I couldn't attract attractive women.
What, are you stealing my story? You thief. John, last time you were in, you came in here, I believe, with a hooker, right?
Yeah.
And you described that your life got a little bit better because the hooker was so good with you, and you would see her regularly.
Right.
And did she make those kind of noises that Howard was playing? Did she make a lot of noise when you were?
Yeah, did she sound like a porno star?
A fair amount of noise, yeah.
I guess if you pay, you get those noises.
Yeah.
So you were getting happy because you were seeing her regularly.
Yeah.
And now she has left your life because she didn't even like how you were talking about her on the air when she came here with you. Is that correct?
Well, that apparently she was dissatisfied with my description of our relationship.
What did you say?
What didn't she like? I mean, you were honest. You said I pay her and I find her attractive.
I think she was upset with my graphic depiction of my actions with her.
But what hooker dumps a paying client? I mean, she was offended.
She's a rotten hooker.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I have to say though, Howard, I think that she's a great woman, and I don't want to say anything derogatory about her. She's very nice, but I just found that odd that she would
be upset by that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she must have really been disgusted by you to drop you. I mean, very rarely does a hooker drop a client.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
So she, like, you called her for an appointment, and she said, "Look, I don't want to see you anymore."
Well, no, it just sort of, we had a phone relationship, and it just sort of evaporated.
Right.
So you haven't seen her since?
Nah.
All right, so you took an HIV test recently at the suggestion of your doctor. It came back negative.
Yeah.
I was glad to hear that. Why did your doctor feel? Because you were frequenting prostitutes?
Well, yeah, the vagina licking, the anus licking.
Yeah, I mean, and you're doing this to prostitutes.
That's fine.
Yeah, but it's high risk.
Yeah, but you can't get a disease from a vagina.
Sure you can.
I mean, you couldn't get a disease from Robin's beautiful vagina.
Well, that's different. She's not into high risk. You can
I'm
get
not having sex with the world.
I mean, why? You know, I've said to John, and I like John a lot, and I think he's a good guy.
Thank you.
And
I like you a lot.
I'd hate to see something bad happen to him, but you know, when you're with hookers, generally eating them out and licking their asses sounds like a really bad idea.
Well, no, but Howard, Howard. Well, yeah, but tacos are meant to be eaten.
That's gross.
No matter how much hot sauce they have on them.
No.
Good Lord.
That's just not even. What a disgusting thought. So John's hooker dumped him.
That's crazy. To be dumped by a hooker, that's
the last time John was on the show, I'm refreshing your memory, Robin. He said he gets about $720 a month from SSI.
He hasn't found another hooker?
He has.
Yeah.
You hooked up with a girl in April of 2010. She was a porn star who does escort work on the side.
Yeah, there's various websites, and there are, and I don't want to say much because I want to adhere to the code of confidentiality that dictates monkey.
Monkey sex?
No, I mean here.
Who is this Howard Stern?
That dictates. See no evil, hear no evil. Yeah.
So John paid the porn star $400 for a 2-hour session.
Lord.
This is a guy who gets $720 a month for SSI. So you're talking about half his check.
More than half.
Yeah. So you paid. Well, she must have been good looking.
Yeah. But she's not one of the top tier girls. However, I think that you would probably know her.
You paid the porn star $400 for a 2-hour session. And this is gross. So Robin, get ready.
No, it's hot actually.
No, it's not. He claims he got blood on his finger when he put his finger. You rubbed her G-spot.
Yeah.
So there was blood on your finger.
Yeah.
You went to the bathroom to clean up. When the porn star got back from the bathroom, you proceeded to eat her out for over an hour, and then she blew you at some point. Now, when a woman, you talk about bodily fluids and there's blood coming out.
Yeah, but she does porn. She's tested.
Come on, you're being silly. You want to die,
Are you
don't you?
wearing a rubber with all of this?
Well, no, because I didn't have penetrative sex with her.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, you didn't have intercourse?
No, she just blew me.
That's it, for $400. That's all you get.
She smiled and blew.
Well, yeah, but I mean, no, I had the option of having penetrative sex with her, but I can't stay erect without a con. Yeah, right.
Okay. So John hasn't been back to an escort since April because he gets depressed paying for sex, and I don't blame you. It's a job. It's a lot of money for you.
Maybe we should have had him on speed date.
No, because that would have just been a reiteration of the fact that I have to. Well, no, going to a prostitute is just a reiteration of the fact that I have to pay for sex, and that's the only way that I can get sex.
John had to move back in with his parents.
Well, yeah,
because his landlord raised his rent too high.
And he's paying for prostitutes.
And that's the problem. You could probably afford the raise in rent.
Oh, no, I couldn't have at the time in April '09 because she raised her from $450 a month to $650 a month.
Well, and so you're living back at home. It's very depressing.
Yeah, and the very interesting thing has happened. I find
could be great to somebody.
Now that I've lost a lot of a sense of independence living at home, I have been accustomed now to my mom doing everything for me, like shopping and going to the pharmacy when I need refills on my medications, that I rarely go out anymore. And when I do go out, I'm becoming more paranoid, and I feel that I'm being stared at.
Right. Great. So it's having a very everything's working well.
I mean, whereas when I lived alone for 12 years,
it forced you to get out.
I was by no means a social butterfly, and I still felt very reclusive and awkward. But at least I was forced to go out and shop and go to
Now your mom's doing everything for you. In fact, Will said he pre-interviewed John to find out what was going on, and he said when he started talking about his sex life, he had to whisper because his mom could hear him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it's
Why
kind of
doesn't your mom not do everything for you? Why does she?
Well, because it's.
His mom must be thrilled that he's back home.
Well, see,
is your mom happy you're home, or is she just miserable?
You got a big job with me. You got to rise to the occasion.
I love my parents, but I mean, she would prefer. Well, she's not miserable. She would just like for my own sake for me to be in the situation I was.
Right.
Well, don't let it happen.
Well, there it is, Robin, an update on John the Stutterer's life.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, you have it.
We figured out what's going on.
He goes on Craigslist.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I was inspired, but by the way, by the great Benji Bronx.
Yeah.
And by the way, Howard, I
Benji
love
still
you.
go on there? What? Yeah, that means yes.
To sell furniture.
But you had no problem meeting women on there, right?
Dan's right, I'm wrong. There's a lot of places on the internet you can meet women. It's just any.
What happened when you went to go meet women?
Well,
they rejected you, right?
Right, yeah. And I had 2 occasions.
How could Benji get dates? I mean, John was good looking as
Well,
Benji.
let me ask a question. When do they reject you? When they don't reject you from the picture.
I happen to know the answer to this.
Yeah.
He got rejected. A girl agreed to meet him. He showed up at the meeting place.
And happened twice, actually.
Yeah, and they never show up.
Yeah.
They don't even show up.
They don't show up.
Or they see him, somehow they spot him, and then decide not to.
Well, usually, now you hit it on the head. They probably see him from around the corner and they run.
Usually,
it's like the Munsters.
Periscope up.
Yeah.
Usually, when I respond to ads, I don't get any responses at all.
There she goes.
Yeah, right. Usually, when I respond to ads, I don't.
How do they know through an ad that you're kind of a loser?
Well, because I say I'm John the Stutterer from and but usually I don't get any response at all.
Right.
But the few responses I have got, I've got hoaxed twice.
Right.
And a few responses that I have gotten back have been along the lines of, "You have to be kidding," and "I wouldn't fuck you if you were the last guy on the face of the earth," and shit like that.
Whose mom has it the worst? John the Stutterers or Wendy the Retards?
Oh, Wendy's.
Wendy,
by
right?
far.
Because you got to change her diaper.
And she's just, you know, banging on those drums, singing all over the house.
Right. John's the least respectful.
Yeah.
Well, John.
Plus, I sleep most of the time from my medication anyway.
Well, John, you've done it again. You've come in here and thoroughly depressed us.
Yeah.
And nobody's in a good mood. Everybody's feeling foul.
Well, yeah, the truth hurts, man.
The truth hurts. But listen, I'm sure Fred has words of advice for you. Fred, anything uplifting to say to John the Stutterer?
He wants to be like a cop, and he wants to carry himself like a cop. That means
he's talking in your language.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead, yes?
Well,
something uplifting.
And are associated with my
Just
show.
imagine Ronnie in a riot.
Hang in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Hang in there.
Hang in there. That's what you
Yeah.
do. Well, John, so good to hear from you. Are you still doing a radio show for us? Is one going to be happening soon?
I don't know when the next one will the last one I did was June 14th. Yeah, I'm
situation, right, Sean?
they're quite surprised, actually. I'm speaking fairly well, but when I spoke to Will, when I spoke to Will, it was quite bad, actually. But here I'm speaking
Fred's got
fairly
you
well.
down to a science.
Yeah,
He can really get all your noises.
I spoke to Will.
gotta have a certain way of handling yourself.
I handle myself just
That Fred's some mimic, huh?
Oh, yeah.
He's something.
Great,
Boy, oh
How you
boy.
handle yourself. It wasn't-
That's a tough impression. Freddie, I see you turn red when you do it.
I don't know. Now I know why I used to take so many drugs, because I'll do like 5 minutes of him and I'm dead.
It hurts.
Exhausted, yeah.
It hurts.
It's exhausting to be him.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah. What's your dream? Let's leave on this note. What's the best life you can imagine for yourself?
Okay, the
And
best
get ready
life?
for Fred to imitate you.
Well, let's see, the
I'm
best life.
explaining, sir. So could you calm down?
Well, I wish that I could have this
Let me explain it one last time.
this dream job. I wish that I could.
You know what I don't understand?
I wish that I could be paid. I wish that I could be paid $1,000
Okay, great.
to go to bachelorette parties, get naked with the girls,
But that's not going to happen.
and they
You
could
gotta
bend
answer-
over,
No.
and I could spread their butt cheeks,
Yeah,
and
but
I
you're
could
not-
bury my face in their beautiful
What's the best
buttholes
your
and
life?
vaginas and lick them.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Or Howard, I got a business proposition for the great Benji, because he's a stud and he can get women.
Right.
Benji and I could go to bachelorette
but that's
parties
not good. That's
and get
not real.
naked with the bachelorettes and fuck them.
All right.
And get
This is silly.
baby blowjobs and lick them and no, a BB blowjob, BB bareback blowjob.
I think he said he wanted to blow a baby.
No.
Baby blowjob.
Bareback blowjob.
Okay, that's better. All right.
Yeah.
But you lost your rocker.
No.
But you were off your rocker and then got on it and then got off it again. Dan, go ahead. You're on in Philadelphia quickly, and then I'll.
Yeah, he's this guy is the jerk off.
Let me hear. Who is this? You know this guy?
Yeah, this is the guy who calls my show who loves Rush Limbaugh. He loves Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh. He's a nut. He loves Rush Limbaugh.
Let me hear from him. You drown everyone out.
Okay, talk, jerk off.
Go ahead, Dan.
He's the Rush Limbaugh. Oh, yeah, your mom. And happy birthday, Kush. Your mom died on your birthday. He always could. Oh, yeah, fuck you. Oh, yeah, fuck. Good. Fuck you. Yeah, right. Hey,
All right, listen,
why
I
don't
wanna-
you go down to South America and get prostitutes with Rush Limbaugh, your hero? Why don't you go down to South America with your hero, Rush
All right,
Limbaugh?
let me hear what Dan has to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're attacking a guy who might be saying something nice. All right. What?
And Mel Gibson, too.
He's not helping any. He's just an asshole.
Well, why don't you go down to South America with your hero, hero, Rush Limbaugh,
we heard.
and get prostitutes.
Listen, John.
Well, Dan, why don't you go down to South America?
Let's hear his answer.
Yeah,
Would you go down to South America with your hero, Rush Limbaugh? No. All right. He doesn't want to go there. He'd go with Glenn Beck.
Okay. Well, why don't you?
All right. Listen, John.
Why don't you wear magic underwear like that Mormon nut Glenn Beck and call our great president a Nazi? Then you jerk off.
I hung up on him already. I hung up on him.
He loves Rush Limbaugh. He calls my show all the time and defends Rush Limbaugh. Well, Rush Limbaugh is a phony Christian.
Dave, go ahead. You're on in Atlanta.
Hey, would you do me a favor?
Yeah.
I have things to get off my chest. I don't care.
Well, I like John, and I feel for him, and I like to hear what's going on in his life. And, John, I want to thank you for the update.
Well, thank you, Howard.
Everybody feels good about their life now. Right, Rob?
Good, I'm glad.
No, I'm not doing so badly.
Right.
Good, I'm glad.
All right.
Is it a high problem?
Well, John, I like you. And I like when you do your radio show. What was that?
Oh, no. No, I have acid reflux.
Acid reflux?
Yeah. And Howard, acid reflux cannot be cured by
Sean, let me talk to Dan.
Dr. Sarno.
Okay.
It's a physical problem.
Sure, I'm sure. I know it's a physical problem,
Yeah.
but you don't understand what I'm talking about. You don't understand the causes of acid reflux.
Yeah, but see, Howard, I'm a vegetarian, and I eat
I'm not talking
acidic
about what you eat.
vegetables.
That's not the problem.
Acidic vegetables?
Yeah, because I love vegetables.
All right. We're gonna.
Acidic vegetables?
Yeah.
Robin, please.
I mean, it's
Robin, I gotta move on.
No, the tomato sauce and the tomatoes, all that shit.
All right. John, thank you. It's good to hear from you. I wish you the best with your life.
I mean, it's not going to get any better.
It might. Keep us updated. Let us know how it goes. And be a little safe with these sexual practices. Think about it.
Yeah.
You don't want. It'll be very uncomfortable to have diseases all over you.
And Howard.
Thank you.
And fuck Mel Gibson. And those assholes of Fox News are covering up this fucking Mel Gibson story, and they're defending that asshole because Mel Gibson is one of them. Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity. Oh yes, Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity.
What are they saying?
They're saying that we don't know much about the story, so we can't cover it yet. But yet, when Alec Baldwin made those crazy rants against his daughter, well, they were all over the story.
That they could cover.
Yeah, because Fox News, we're fair and balanced. They're a bunch of lying, hypocritical. They're a bunch of lying, hypocritical Christians. They call themselves Christians. It drives me. Why are they defending Mel Gibson?
All right, good.
They're assholes. Fuck them.
Thank you. You know, John, I'm going to play for you.
They don't know enough about the story. Mel Gibson is an anti-Semitic nut. He makes the passion of the Christ. He's an anti-Semitic prick. The Passion of the Christ was the worst film ever. I mean, this guy calls himself a Catholic. He's an adulterating, anti-Semitic, racist nut.
Absolutely agree.
And that Bill O'Reilly asshole is fucking defending him.
And by the way,
Bill O'Reilly defended him?
And Sean Hannity's defending him. Because Sean Hannity loves him. He interviews him. He calls him his friend. Fuck him.
That's not journalism.
Right.
You're right.
And they go into Alec Baldwin. I think that Alec Baldwin's great. He didn't threaten his daughter. I mean, he called her a pig. But he didn't threaten her. He didn't punch her in the face.
Right.
Alec Baldwin's a good guy.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I can't argue with this guy. I can't argue with you. I'm with you.
And Benji Bronk is the most underrated comedian of all time. And Howard, I love you, but I think that Benji should be on the wrap-up show.
He'll be. He's been
I know,
on time.
September.
Right. By the way, someone just wrote me a note. Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity have not talked about Mel Gibson at all on Fox News. Are you sure you heard them talking about that?
Yes.
Is that possible that you're making that up? Oh, you did hear them.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Oh,
Or you are making it up.
No, I'm not making up. No, they said it's not enough.
I have one of the services I can look, up Mel Gibson, and they'll search the shows through the captioning. And for Tuesday, Monday, and Friday, there was no found.
No.
You know, I realize I surround myself with
enough.
I surround myself with people who can't speak. what would it sound like, Fred, if JD and John the Stutterer were in a debate?
I was searching. I don't know.
So you're saying but John heard it.
If he could tell me what
they said, no.
All right, I get it. All right.
There's
We'll be back right after
there's not enough information on the story. We can't.
All right.
But he's lying. Don't you understand? He's the biggest liar.
Nothing ever seems to go your way.
He is the biggest
Well,
liar.
no, but I suppose that
he'll tell you what a liar is.
of course, I don't believe in God.
He knows what a fucking liar is.
I understand Dan has had a problem with Artie, and Artie's had a problem with Dan. But what does that got to do with you?
Nothing. He's lying about
secular,
this whole thing here. About how I make him
non-religious way, I can say that
he says
some things are just
is he lying?
meant to be.
He's lying because he hasn't even
Howard
been in New
is
York.
really concerned
He's been in
about
fucking California and Vegas
how you're
with
having
his fucking
unprotected
buddy.
sex with all these women.
So you know what? He's a liar. I'm telling you, he's a big fucking liar.
All right.
No, I don't.
And he uses people. He uses their fucking apartments, their food,
the acts
their money.
that I'm engaging in aren't
He's a
high
liar.
risk.
But does that say anything to you that, someone like Howard Stern is actually concerned for your well-being?
Yeah, I
feelings about people.
do indeed appreciate his concern. However,
when he come up here, I didn't say shit
as
to
I
him when he
just
came
said,
up here.
as I just said, I don't really
joking around.
What is
see
that
those
joking?
acts as high risk concern.
You see a guy and you go, fuck you,
We were
leave me
joking, dude. We were joking. We do it all the time. When you're joking, he knows. Just Derek knows. We fuck around all the time like that.
Why do you fuck around? Just be a normal guy. Just walk in like a security guy. Be professional.
Okay.
Stop
Anal heterosexual sex.
Remember, you got into that fight at HTVOD.
Anal homosexual.
Why are you joking around so much?
John, as we heard from the callers, you seem to always get in a fight with someone. Why is that?
Well, in this particular case, it was with a gentleman, and I use that term very loosely, named Dan, who regularly calls my radio show, who calls himself, quote, a conservative, a Christian conservative, if he had any. And he's a big Fox News fan, and he's a big Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck fan. So I just...
You leave at the end of the show when you're done, right or wrong, you get invited.
No problem. John, you really look up to Benji?
Oh, yeah. Surely they didn't invite him back there. Surely they didn't want him back there.
Because I like
he'll tell you he didn't want him back there.
The way to handle that, you have some problem with Dan, you quietly go over to someone and say, excuse me, I'm not comfortable backstage with Dan here. Can you ask him to finish up his business and leave? That's what a human being does.
I'm not human then, I guess.
You're sitting in a chair pontificating, yelling, screaming.
No, I was sitting there talking to people that I work with up there.
So go over and tell someone to have him removed. Stop it. Dan, are you going to the block party in Jamaica? You gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You gotta get on that boat.
Yeah, he'll go. There's no boat, it's a plane.
Plane. You gotta get on the plane. Can you imagine that block party with Ronnie and Dan?
Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be awesome. We could sit and tan together.
Look, I see you're on the outs with Scott the engineer.
No, I'm not.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, well.
The problem is Ronnie just lacks any type of ability to logic or reason.
Surely, what is all this? It's much ado about nothing, right?
Sure, if you throw me under for your stupid comedy show shit.
Surely, what is this?
Tell the goddamn truth, okay?
Surely, why couldn't he just walk over to someone and instead of, he was putting on a show for everyone backstage.
No, I wasn't putting on a show. No, I wasn't.
You said you wasn't putting on. This is the new Ronnie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
I didn't know these two were at this level.
Right.
And Dan called me up the day of the show. He said, "Hey, I had a gig. It fell through. I want to come down to the show."
Yeah, I wonder why it fell through.
So I said, okay, no problem. Put him on the list. He came into the show. I saw him pretty much the whole show downstairs in his seat, watching the show with everybody else.
Right.
And then after the show ended, this was after the show, right, Ronnie?
Yeah, it was.
So I was downstairs.
Please, Julie, please make like you don't know what's going on.
No, because Ronnie, I wasn't there for the start of the fight.
Ronnie,
I was
nobody
downstairs.
knows what you're doing here.
I was downstairs.
You're berserk.
No, I'm not berserk. He was there.
People came up to me and said Ronnie and Dan are going at it, and that's when I came upstairs.
This is his personality.
Right. This is my personality.
Hey, fuck you. You're an asshole.
I walk in and
hey,
Dan's...
lady, what are you wearing? You're with a guy with shorts. Hey, you fucking loser.
Right.
He thinks he's making him famous.
I walk in and Dan's throwing money at Ronnie.
That's what's going on.
That's what's going on.
If you're a security guy, you walk over calmly and say, Dan, the song parody man, I'm not exactly comfortable with him tonight. Could you ask him to finish up his business and leave? That's a cool guy. That's the guy in charge.
My only business was I was running late. I literally just want to walk in, say thank you, and go. And then I was verbally assaulted by this guy.
Yeah, you were running late. You stayed 20 minutes before you came upstairs. That's how late you were running.
Shirley, do you have anything to add?
You finally figured your way to get upstairs.
All right.
I want to apologize.
I'm trying to explain to Ronnie how to conduct himself.
I want to apologize.
He hasn't heard a word you said.
Nothing. Have you learned anything from what I said? You did. Okay.
I learned a lot today.
Good. Did you learn how to behave when
I learned a lot.
When you're at the
learned a lot.
What did you, then repeat to me what you learned. What did you learn?
I'll tell you what he learned.
Here's what I learned. I took you from a limo driver and I gave you a good job and a good living.
Never said different.
And here's what I learned.
I never said different.
Listen to me and you won't go wrong. You listen to all these other schlubs who got your ear, you're going to fuck up. You're going to fuck up big time. You're on the road to fucking up.
Never said different.
Now calm down and handle yourself like a gentleman.
I'm calm.
You got to be calm. You heard what that police officer said. He's trying to teach you, but he's full of shit.
I didn't say he was full of shit.
Everyone's full of shit.
I didn't say he was full of shit.
Everybody's stabbing you in the back.
Everyone's got
everything to you. You're a victim.
Maybe you'll learn something from Shula.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll learn something.
Everyone should be afraid of you, to tell you the truth.
Afraid. Yeah.
I'm busy fighting with Dan, the song parody. He's got nothing going on. You got something good going on. Why don't you let the guy... Hey, be gracious. All right. Hey, ask the guy to leave. You don't have to yell and scream.
I said to him, I really don't.
On the show.
I said to him, I really don't want you here, and that's when the whole thing started.
No, you don't have to say that. You didn't have to say that.
Okay.
3 times 1,000.
Yeah, Ronnie, you definitely presented yourself in a gentlemanly, professional manner.
Right.
No doubt about it.
You're a big shot. Big shots. Hey, I don't want you here. I don't want this one. Ronnie's block party.
Right.
Dan, let me make it up to you. Would you like to come to Jamaica with us?
Yeah.
In March?
So you can be there with Ronnie?
Absolutely. I would love to come. I've been to Jamaica several times.
Ronnie, what's the matter? Why are you walking out? You don't want Chewie to invite Dan?
He's on probation, by the way. I told him to agree. I go, you're on probation on the block party shows.
Yeah.
Next step, I dock your pay.
There you go.
He's going to kill me.
All right, Dan. I got to go, Dan. I've had enough. But
This block party is more trouble.
Yeah, you see, I didn't ask for any block party. I asked Ronnie to do security and to be a driver.
Right.
This block party was his idea.
Now it's my idea.
He's never had an incident
This
like
guy
this.
insults me by saying I don't have his back. Who in this planet has done anything for this guy but me? Who? Name him. I want to know.
That person doesn't exist.
Yeah. He drove John Gambling Jr. for years. You know what John Gambling Jr. did for him? He let him wait in the fucking car. That's John Gambling Jr. Go back and work with him if you think he's got your back. My God.
I will say for the record, Howard, he's never had an incident like this with anybody backstage.
I see. But,
you know,
but he's on a star trip. I know what's going on. He's got to be humble.
I mean, we have people there. You can just say, hey, do me a favor, get this guy out of here.
Of course.
You know.
He was putting on a show for everyone back there. I know what's going on. It's the Ronnie persona.
Yeah, Ronnie's got a camera on him, and he can't help himself.
I don't want you here. You get out. You this, blah, 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 blah. Hey, calm down. All right. You're not crazy about Dan. You say to yourself, Howard works with this guy. He does some song parodies.
There was no camera.
What?
There was no camera.
Of course not.
There was no
See,
camera.
you're putting on a show for the dummies back there with you in the green room.
No, I wasn't putting on any show,
yeah.
okay?
I didn't say there was a camera.
Well, how did you see it or hear it?
Well, someone put it on their phone.
There were no cameras.
iPhone. There was an iPhone.
iPhone.
Yeah, well,
That's
the
how I
cameras
saw it.
weren't there. I wasn't.
No, but you're putting on a show.
I wasn't putting on a show.
It's the same way the kid in the hall. You're putting on a show.
I wasn't. We were goofing.
Do you understand what I mean by putting on a show? It doesn't mean if there's a camera.
We're not allowed to goof around.
You could be with one person you're putting on a show. You created this personality.
Come up with all his baloney stories and comedy right now, but that's okay. He's going to dock my pay.
What did he do?
Yeah, you dock everybody's pay. Yeah, you did that to Scott, and that's why he's out now.
Here we go.
Yeah. Doc
You know what's
Mike-
even worse? That you act like this and there's not a camera there. At least if there was a camera, I could understand it.
Yeah.
Then I'd be proud of you.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm going to chalk that one up to anger. I'm not going to
Are
take
you
it.
an entertainer first or a man who's...
I work here.
No. Are you an entertainer first or are you my security and limo driver?
I'm security and limo driver here.
Ah.
That's a,
No, but
that's a whole
it
separate,
ends at the
That was a
door.
whole separate thing.
But when you see people who work with me, it doesn't end at the door.
Dude.
You're the security
Never
guy.
get it. That's what
you
I don't
gotta
get.
have your
That's
persona.
what I don't get.
You're the only one who doesn't get it. There isn't a person
No,
who
I don't
doesn't
get it.
You're the only one who doesn't get it.
No, I don't get it with this whole thing with him.
Now
That's
listen,
what I don't get.
I'm gonna explain it to you again if you don't get it. I'll explain it till I'm blue in the face.
Hey.
Jeez. I don't have time for you to get through his...
You can't.
Where are you going? You're not going anywhere.
I have things to do.
No, you're not
you
going
had
anywhere.
other ways of doing it. You have nowhere to go. You have an opportunity to walk over to someone. Shuli said there's plenty of people backstage. You could have said, I'm not comfortable with Dan. Would you ask him, please, to finish up his
Vic
business
asked
and
him to leave, and he didn't leave. He kept on going.
And you should have left.
He kept on
you
going.
don't need to be there.
Why do you have to mix it up?
Yeah.
Vic,
Stop taking on the world, Ronnie.
I'm not taking on
you
the
got
world.
a good situation with me.
I understand that, and I've never said different.
And say thank you and then be done with it.
I always say thank you.
That's it. That's
all right?
it. Now
I always thank you.
That's the way to conduct
Yeah, I
yourself.
always say thank you, but it's like, even
All
if
right.
I'm wrong or right, it doesn't matter.
No,
I'm always
you're wrong.
I'm always wrong.
Right.
Always
Now
wrong.
you got it.
When you're
always wrong.
Repeat after me. Ronnie is always wrong.
I know that. I know
There
that.
you go. Now you know. Now
I know
go
that
correct
here. I
yourself.
know I'm
All right.
always wrong.
And Shuli, please.
And Shuli, you're allowed to help too.
Please make things better
As
by
always.
inviting Dan to the Jamaica trip.
I'm going to make a shirt that says, even when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Sell it at the shows for Ronnie.
Yeah, you do that.
All right, Ronnie. Congratulations on another bungled situation.
Yeah, bungled.
Behave and stop with the young guys walking around. Hey, fuck you! This one.
Yeah, well, I guess you can't
Stop
joke
kidding.
around with the guys in Demand. I
Don't
guess
joke
not.
around with
You're
the
right.
guys from In
You're
Demand.
right.
Don't.
They're right.
Look at how it always
I've told
hits
you.
you in the face, Ron.
You joke around,
obviously.
You joke around backstage at AGT, it backfires. You joke around here, it backfires.
Yeah,
you joke
obviously.
around at the block party, it backfires.
What are you
Stop
beginning to
joking.
see?
I never realized the guys in Demand are so sensitive.
They are.
I guess so. They have to put it out on Twitter.
I got a business to run.
Understood. Okay.
It ain't the Ronnie block party.
I know.
It's the
There's
Howard
no block
Stern
party
show.
Here. There's no block party here.
Ah, now you've said something. Write it down and repeat it to yourself 100 times a day. Shuli, thank you. Ronnie, thank you.
Thank you,
Good
Howard.
luck. I hope y'all learned something.
He didn't learn it.
I learned a lot.
I did.
Yeah, good. Well, all right. That's what I want to hear.
2
You
weeks
learned
from
a
now,
lot.
we'll be having the same discussion.
I hope so. Robin.
Dude.
This is what I deal with all day. Yesterday, I was trying to yell at people. I couldn't get
Dude.
them on the phone.
Dude.
Uh-oh, Ronnie's back. What is that?
Whatever, dude.
Ronnie, bring me my lunch. Thank you. That you do like a gentleman. God bless. And figure out ways to get me to Newark and back faster.
Dude.
Hey, how come it took you an hour to get me there? Terry got me back in a half hour.
Uh-oh.
How come Terry got me home in a half hour?
What? It took us 45 minutes to get there.
Yeah, and a half
It took
hour.
us 15 minutes to get out of the city.
All right. Okay. Just worry about that. Finding new and faster routes to Newark.
Unfortunately,
Buy me a jetpack. Yep.
unfortunately, there's only one or two ways to go. You still got to go to that same road. You either go through the Midtown, the Lincoln Tunnel, or the George Washington Bridge. It's the
All
only
right.
way to go.
Well, I'm more concerned with getting back, actually. Now, calm down and go think about it. Think about everything. Think about a quick route. Find a new route to Jersey. Like, be Columbus. Didn't he find a new route to the New World?
He found he was trying to find a new route to the East Indies, and he found the West Indies.
Study yelling at Dan, dig a new tunnel to Jersey.
I think he's mistaken, too, because you definitely don't want to do George Washington. It's either the Lincoln or the Holland. You don't want to do the George Washington Bridge is miles out of the way.
So he doesn't know what he's doing? Even with the driving?
I think he got very confused right now.
You could take the Tappan Z.
He's so busy yelling at people. What are you saying, Gary? Tell him what I'm supposed to do.
It would either be the Lincoln or the Holland Tunnel to get to Newark, not the George Washington Bridge.
Did he just say the George Washington Bridge?
Yes, he did. He
What
said
the fuck is
anyways,
going on
Lincoln and
here?
George
No
Washington.
wonder it took me an hour to get there. I was stuck on the GWB. Would you guys tell him how to go to Jersey?
I thought he knew. Where is he?
I'm on the GWB. Ready to jump off.
For goodness sake, Robin. I mean, what is this?
It's crazy in here.
It's crazy, I'm telling you. Not the GWB.
What about it?
Don't take the GWB.
I did. I took the Lincoln Tunnel yesterday.
No, Gary said you said GWB.
I said if you can go either way.
He said
But
no.
it's not the
Gary,
GWB.
if the Lincoln Tunnel is totally screwed, you can take the GWB.
But you said take the Holland.
Or Holland Tunnel, right, Ronnie? Not the GWB is way out of the way, isn't it?
Not really, because when you go over the bridge, you get on the turnpike at exit 16, and we're going to 15W.
Does he know what he's talking about? I've always trusted Ronnie with this.
I mean, Howard, you can take the GWB. I believe it's pretty far out of the way because what you're doing is...
Yeah, but Gary, if you take the Holland Tunnel, you're past where you have to go.
But you're at 14 instead of 15.
Oh.
Yeah, but then you have to
Ronnie,
come. You have to
don't
come
tell me
back.
you don't know how to get places. That's the one thing I love about you.
I know how to get where I'm going. You stop it.
He says the GW. Will
In an
says
emergency,
GW.
you can take the GWB.
But they're saying take the Holland instead.
If you take the GWB, you're going 8 miles north to go over the bridge to come 8 miles down before you're where you started.
And the Holland?
The GWB.
Yeah, and the Holland.
And the Holland.
You're going. It's not that far out of the. It's not as far away.
Will, what is the right way to go? Teach Ronnie.
No, I live right out there. So if you take the Holland Tunnel, it's 78, and that goes right to 21.
No wonder I'm sitting in traffic.
No, but you're coming from 21 the opposite way.
That if you take 280, but it's kind of in the middle. 21 runs between 280 and 78.
I know
the GWB is at least 40 minutes out of the way.
No, it's not.
No wonder I'm sitting in traffic.
It absolutely is.
With no traffic, it's not 40 minutes out of the way.
Well, it's
if you go to the Lincoln Tunnel,
traffic?
if you go to the Lincoln Tunnel, it's right there.
Drive past the Lincoln Tunnel to the George Washington one, and then trying to get to Midtown Manhattan. You got to go all the way up and then back down.
Drive past the Lincoln Tunnel to go down to the Holland Tunnel, and see how long it takes you to get down to the Holland Tunnel.
It's definitely Holland Tunnel
at the
or
end
Lincoln
of
Tunnel.
at the end of
You're
the city.
telling me he's saying GWB, and you're telling me it's Holland and Lincoln?
He's completely wrong.
He's completely wrong.
No, I live out there. If you want to ride, I don't mind giving you a ride out.
Can you get me there,
Where are you going?
Where are you going, Ron?
Or you could
walking out.
Or you
He
could
walks
take
out.
the FDR to the Tri-Bro to the Cross Bronx.
Ronnie
That's only 80 miles out of the way.
You know, I'm just trying to get there. Will's lived in Jersey for less than a year, and he already knows more about being a driver.
But you know how you're talking to Ronnie, and Ronnie just keeps walking out? He really can't control himself.
No, he's like the Hulk. Walks out, I think he turns into a giant green man.
Okay.
All right, settle this, because please teach him. This is upsetting. What am I looking at, a map?
You see the dot in New York?
Yes.
That's your apartment.
Right.
Okay. You see those two little lines below that?
Yeah.
One's a Lincoln Tunnel, one's a Holland Tunnel. See that line above it?
Yeah.
That's the George Washington Bridge.
What is he, fucking crazy? This is
Right? You agree,
yes. I always thought he knew the best ways. You know, there's a lot of times I sit in the car, and people... There's a guy, Doug, who, you know, my photography teacher, he says to me, how long does it take you to get back from somewhere? I go, I don't know, an hour and a half. You go, hour and a half, because I do it in 20 minutes.
Oh, no.
I always thought Ronnie knew.
I mean, I think he usually knows, but in this case, really, the GW Bridge is really out of the way.
Imagine he's taking me to the GW Bridge.
Oh, he didn't do that.
No, but I'm saying, imagine if he does.
But that would be his alternate route.
Imagine if you do. You got to learn this stuff.
Are you kidding me?
You're the guy supposed to know. Look at the map. Here's the Holland, and here's the... Look at the GW.
Understood. It's very... I understand
if
exactly
you understand that, then why would we take that?
In the case of bad traffic...
No, take the Holland in case of bad traffic.
No, you got to work your way all the way downtown from the Upper West Side.
Yeah?
You think how long you think that's going to take? Yeah, rip it up.
What am I going to do? I'm at your mercy.
You're not at my mercy. I guess you know a better...
I'm driving.
You know a better way.
No, I don't. I hired you to know a better way. Go out there and figure out what's going on.
I know what's going on.
Why don't we go through Connecticut to get to Jersey?
Okay.
Maybe we should drive all the way through Connecticut.
I've got a route that goes through New Hampshire.
I can do that. I can go through to Connecticut and I'll still get
Nashua. Turn left at Vermont.
We'll go to Connecticut and get there. Don't worry.
If we take the London Bridge to Newark, how long will that take?
First, we got to get to Arizona.
All right, listen, we're way out of time.
Okay.
I have to deal with your problem.
You got to
do the news.
Do you have to leave or something?
What?
Do you have somewhere to go?
I do.
Oh, you do.
Where are you going?
She has business.
Where's she going?
Okay, come on.
Take the GWB wherever you're going. Take the GWB.
Robin, if you need to get somewhere fast, Ronnie will teach you.
Even if you're going to Brooklyn, take the GWB.
That's right, Ronnie.
Let me
cut my time.
all right, let me see if we can get to some news quickly here, Robin.
Ron,
What?
are you insulted by what Howard has been saying
I don't care
today?
anymore, dude. I don't care. Leave me be. Leave me alone.
Do you feel that he's just beating up on you and not seeing
everything's fine.
seeing the fact that Dan the Song
Don't
Parody
worry
Man
about it.
is all these things?
Right.
I'm trying to have your back here.
You know what?
Hey, fuck you.
Nobody has my back here. So.
Hey, fuck you.
Okay.
Check it out, I got this cool app. It's a compass. It shows you where north
Very
is
good.
and east and west.
I got you. I'm happy for you. I have your back.
Ron, do you feel like you can't win?
I'm happy for you.
Leave my Ronnie alone, everybody.
Ron, talk to me. Just let me speak to you for a minute. Just give me a minute.
What?
When Howard offers you all this advice to sort of calm it down a little bit, not to be as much of a showman and more of a chauffeur,
What is wrong?
does it hit home? Do you heed his advice? Do you say?
Yeah, we didn't get a copy of it.
Ron, I'm just.
Instead of MapQuest, I'm taking RonQuest. It takes me an extra 4 hours.
Yeah, good.
Ron.
Glad to hear it.
Let's get serious here. How do I get to the bathroom from here?
Make a left and just keep going.
Go down to the lobby?
Yeah, go with your friend Dan.
Oh.
But seriously though, Ronnie, Howard seems like he's trying to tell you something. He's telling you that you're worried too much about the show.
Greg. I worry too much about the show.
Your show.
I don't worry about my show at all. I walk in there with I don't prepare at all. Just so everybody knows, okay? I don't prepare.
And no
matter how many times we tell him.
And if he doesn't get this out of my nose, I'm going to kill him.
He's trying to give you advice. He's trying to tell you
enough
to stop with all the
already.
people in your
Okay,
ear.
we already went through this already once this morning.
But are you going to listen to him? Are you going to be more calm?
That's why I'm not going
to
to talk to you anymore.
With the show?
I won't talk to you. I'm calm. I will not talk to you anymore.
This is Ronald.
And
Ronald
I definitely will not talk to Derek anymore because I must have insulted him. I guess by,
I think it was more of a witty observation than anything.
I think Derek's upset that I might have insulted him. Maybe I should apologize.
See, look how upset you're getting.
Maybe I should say I'm sorry to Derek.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I think I already did.
Let's make amends.
Let's
Yeah,
apologize to that.
I just want to make sure I apologize to Derek because I didn't realize that he was so sensitive.
Go ahead.
I obviously didn't realize that he's still an intern.
Go ahead.
I didn't realize
Go
it.
ahead. Is that your apology?
See, I would never talk to an
insult
intern
him?
like that.
Right.
But obviously he must be still an intern because now he's insulted.
Right.
That he had blasted out on Twitter so I could get my ass blown out.
Derek, give yourself
Probably his boss probably told him to put that tweet out to stir up some more shit. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever got
Doug
an
loves
apology
it.
like this?
I've never gotten an apology like that. That's also the first time that I've been offended because when I tweeted that, you said it to
he was
Rob.
offended. He was offended.
No.
Wow.
You calling me an intern still offends me because you said that to Rob. I thought it was funny, but when I tweeted it, I didn't tag you on Twitter. I didn't tag Howard on Twitter. I didn't expect either of you to see it. And if this hadn't come up to begin with, Jason wouldn't have printed my tweet.
Somebody found it.
Someone else printed it and gave it to Howard, but I didn't tag you as if hoping that you would see it or Howard.
Does the person who found it and printed it have a Jewish last name?
I believe so.
Thank you.
And also, I tweeted it before the show started at like 5:45 in the morning.
But I didn't say that to you. I didn't say that to you, did I?
No, and I think I wrote overheard.
I said it to Rob.
I think I said overheard in the compound.
And Derek, it was more of a witty observation. It wasn't an insult.
It was more that like this is where I work and it's not like where anyone else works that follows me on Twitter.
Derek, is this a classic example of what Howard was talking about? That Ronnie needs to calm down, suss through the situation.
I think this is a classic example of
react.
Jason Kaplan being very good at stirring up drama.
But Ronnie shouldn't get stirred by the drama. I mean, that's what Howard. Ronnie, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. This is what Howard was trying to explain.
Now, what are you, a psychiatrist now?
Right, we can fix this. All we got to do,
unofficially.
all we got to do is make a time machine, go back in time, and when he's a
I'm
baby,
unlicensed.
raise him the right way.
I will offer it.
Right.
But Ronnie, he wants you to calm down, to focus at the task at hand, to stop getting caught up in the dramatic.
Okay.
What do you think about what Dr. Carmel has to say?
I agree with him 100%.
Somehow I don't.
I agree with Gary said. I agree with what he said. I agree with everybody.
You're hurt. You're hurt. Right
Everybody's right. I'm wrong.
You're hurt.
I'm always wrong.
No,
it's fine.
You know what'll help you?
No problem.
You know what'll help you?
I got no problem with it.
You know what'll help you? Nice hug.
Oh, not from you. Not from you.
Ron, I think you. I think you.
Not from you. Get out of here.
Ron, hugs always help.
The guy goes in there. He always tells me. The guy tells me. The guy always tells me how he has my back. This guy, every opportunity he gets. The minute he goes in there.
What did I say? I'll tell you what you said. What did I say? Oh, Dan, you're more than welcome to come to the fucking block party in Jamaica.
There you go. My friend.
Come on, Ron. Ron, hugs always help.
Yeah, my pal.
Hugs always help, Ron. Let Shirley give you a hug.
I don't want any hugs.
Hugs always
I don't
help.
want any hugs.
I promise you.